Who here uses WordPress? All right, so we have a lot of work to do. Every hand in the room should go up when somebody asks if you use WordPress. But we'll get to that here in a little bit. So, marketing automation. Real quick, my background. I started a company 11 and a half years ago doing enterprise web content management software for universities. So imagine a university like Emory. Emory's a customer of ours. Emory has tens of thousands of web pages, hundreds of content contributors on campus. And for their IT department to make a decision, it takes a long time. So I had an enterprise web content management software company, and I was out there heavily involved in the sales and marketing side of business. We would do lots of cold calls. Contrary to Kyle's earlier slide, I actually believe cold calls are really effective. One of the things that we did is we cold called all 4,160 colleges and universities in North America. And today, we have over 170 of them as customers. So I still believe in cold calling in this day and age. But from a business point of view, heavily involved in sales and marketing. And what happens in the sales side of it is that you spend a lot of time trying to get a prospect interested. Once they're interested, you'll do a web demo with the prospect or an in-person meeting with them, and then a series of emails and phone calls and potentially face-to-face meetings with them. The thing that really bothered me about the sales process was the lack of visibility into what my prospects were doing in between the time that I was talking to them. So you can imagine you have a call, 2 weeks later you have another call. What went on during those 2 weeks where you were not talking to the prospect? And so the idea for Pardot came out of wanting to solve my own problem. And my problem was visibility into what prospects were doing in between times they were engaged on a sales call. And so the genesis of the software is all around lead tracking and lead nurturing. So who here in this room is old enough to not have used caller ID at some point in their life? Who remembers when you had a phone and there was no caller ID? Come on, raise your hand. So the phone would ring, and you would answer the phone, and you would hope it was not a telemarketer, right? Is everybody? And so then when the do not call list came out, everybody rushed to the website and signed up to no longer be called by the telemarketers at home. 99% of websites today operate like telephones that do not have caller ID. So the vast majority of websites